Hey everybody, I'm Tom Gumbercules, the Game Master. I'm a YouTube content creator and a Twitch streamer. One of the main things that will determine your success as a YouTuber and or streamer is your ability to quickly release high quality content. There's no points for effort here. It's what you produce that counts, not how long you spent or how hard you worked on it. So as quickly as you can get to a high quality finished product, that's going to be what you need to succeed on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. I'm the creator of a YouTube show called Monster of the Week, and this show is created by editing my role-playing sessions that are streamed on twitch.tv/Mr. Gumbercules into viewable episodes. The files that I edit down to produce this content are anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 hours long. That means a lot of silence and breaks in the action need to be removed from these videos. I've got an example in this clip up here from one of my episodes. You can hear the player talking.
Spinning on my finger like a Harlem Globetrotter. Get my metal dark lemon on.
And then there's a long silence.
How did you know the ball was going to do that?
And then there's another long silence because he's thinking of an answer. So I'm going to skip ahead. And then he answers.
I was curious about its density.
As a creator, you can see here, I'm just going to remove this silence here. And I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Cut, click, delete. So let's hear that after it's been edited.
On my finger like a Harlem Globetrotter. Get my metal dark lemon on.
His first question is, why did you stop the ball?
I was curious about its density.
The Senate erupts.
And there you have it. You can see it's much better when you remove the silence. And this is only a 3-minute highlight from one of my videos. The regular sessions are 4 hours long. So you can imagine having to go through, find every spot where there was silence and edit it out. I've actually done the math, and over a 3.5 to 4.5 hour video, I'm doing several thousand actions where I have to click the beginning of the silence, click the end of the silence, click to delete the silence, click to move the rest of the footage to fill that gap. It's very time consuming and laborious. There used to be a program on the market that was really good at this from Adobe. It was called Awkward Silence, and it was a script that ran in Adobe After Effects. You would link your composition like you would anything else in Adobe After Effects, run the script, it would automatically remove the silence, then you could copy and paste the edited video back into Adobe Premiere. It worked very well. I was on the trial version, loved it, went to buy it. They had discontinued the program. You can't get it anymore. It was the only program I found that does what I was searching for, which is removing silence from video. So when I found out I couldn't use that, I had to find a different program, and I actually did find one. It's called TimeBolt. I'm gonna talk about this program a little bit, show you how it works, so you can tell if this is the program for you or not. I'll give you guys the description from where you can download it. I reached out to the creator of the software, and he gave me a promotional code that I'll also put on screen at the end of the video that you can have if you decide this is the right program for you. So the way that it works is, I'm gonna take this video clip called Session Highlight, and I'm going to drag it into the select audio video file part of this. First thing it's gonna do is strip the audio. It'll generate a graph of peaks and valleys, and then it will give you an output of what it thinks is the right idea. Now you can see here the parts that it wants to keep are in green, the parts that it's going to skip are in white. So for the filter below setting, that's the maximum amount of volume that you want to have before it considers something silence. I like to use 0.015, so I'm going to update that. You'll see here that it's got most of the parts where the waveform is not zero selected, and many of these little tiny bits are actually garbage noise, things happening off camera, papers rustling. It's okay if those things get filtered out. All of the intentional audio is included. The other thing you're going to want to look at is the add grace period. This is where you're going to add a small amount of buffer toward the end of the cuts. That way it doesn't end a cut and jump immediately into a new one. That's what you're going to want to add so that you avoid the very rushed and lack of a breath type of speech pattern that you can get with a function like this. So I'm going to add that. You see how it's got just a little bit of buffer now around everything. It's got everything selected that I want to keep, nothing that I don't want to, and then I'm going to hit Start Processing and Save Output File. So here you can see it's going to shorten this video by 57 seconds. For a 3-minute video, that's a significant reduction in time. So you see here it's going to go through the process, and I'll let that happen in the background. While that is happening, I want to talk about the limitations of this program. I mentioned before that I stream a D20 show called Monster of the Week. And those stream sessions take anywhere from 3.5 to 4 hours. I can download those files onto my computer for further editing, but TimeBolt cannot handle a 4-hour video. The limitations of this program seem to be set around 2 hours. There's a couple of ways that you can get around this, and I'll show you them. The first one is you can take your content, put it inside an Adobe Premiere or another video program, cut it down to 2 hours, and then re-encode it. That way you'll have a 2-hour video, you can load it into TimeBolt, it'll work just fine. I'll show you the other way that you can do that if you've got Windows 10. So I've got a folder here with one of my sessions in it. Session 47, Roland's Magic Turnip Cart. This session here was 3 hours and 51 minutes long. So one of the things that you can do is you can open with Photos, and then when that pops up, you'll have the Edit and Create function inside the Photos menu. Edit and Create, Trim, you can cut that down to the length that you want, which in this case is 2 hours. Save a copy, and then it will automatically trim that and put it into that folder. And then you can do the same thing with that folder that you did with your session highlights or your other videos. So once the Photos app automatically trims it down for you, then you can just take that finished file, put it back into TimeBolt, and it will proceed as it should. If you look here, TimeBolt seems to have finished removing the silence from my video. It creates another file in the same folder as your source footage and adds _filtered toward the end of it. So let's go up into Adobe Premiere and I'll show you a comparison of these two files side by side. So you can see here that my video is about 20% shorter. So I'm going to remove that and actually remove the other clip as well. There's no reason to keep it. So this is footage that I haven't cut or pasted or done anything to. I just ran it through TimeBolt and it gave me this footage. So I'm looking to hear how the speech sounds and if it's smooth from one cut to the next.
Spinning on my finger like a Harlem Globetrotter. Get my metal dark lemon on.
His first question is, why did you stop the ball?
I was curious about its density.
The Senate erupts.
So you still have to edit for content, but that's a lot easier to do than to be stuck in some kind of virtual timeout every time somebody decides they need to take more than 1 second to go from one word to the next. So now you see the content is much more seamless. There's no pauses between the action. It's 100% content. So that's what it does, and it does what it does very well. So the name of the website is TimeBolt.io, and on the website there's some basic information about the program and why it might be a good fit for you. There's also a free trial if you want to try it out. He asks a question that I agree with 100%. Why isn't optimizing for time already standard practice? Every major video editing software should already include the ability to remove silence from your videos and cut your video down. They do not. None of them do. I don't know why. It's incredibly useful and time-consuming and ridiculously easy for a computer to do. Detect audio waveform, volume, certain level, delete footage less than certain level. It's as close to ones and zeros as you get, and why big players like Adobe don't do this is beyond me. It used to be awkward pause for Adobe After Effects, but they got rid of that. That's gone now. It's no longer supported, can't get it, can't find it. I talked about my YouTube channel where I released the show Monster of the Week. I put out 2 25 to 30 minute episodes per week, and none of that happens without the ability for me to automatically remove the silence from my videos. It takes way too long. So I'm going to click one of these videos and show you some of the finished product that I'm able to get with a combination of regular conventional video editing and having the silences removed for me automatically.
But if you're determined to keep doing this, I'd rather not go in without anyone watching my back. I've gotten used to working with Eric. So if you want, you could tag along and maybe I could show you a few things.
Oh, really? You'll let me?
Already changing my mind. Okay, we're stuck in the window. I'm not driving all the way to Florida with a garbage bag.
So you can see it goes from dialogue to dialogue to dialogue seamlessly, which is what you need to do with your videos. Whatever story you are trying to tell, you need to keep it moving, keep it condensed, so that way your viewers won't lose interest. So I'm going to talk about the website. You can click here and get your order information. If you're like me and you're trying to put out videos on a consistent schedule and you're trying to grow in a very crowded market, that's why I bought it. So if you're doing a lot of video editing and you care more about releasing videos than you do editing them, this is the way to go. If you need it for 1 month, it's $20. If you want it for the year, it's $70. Depending on the amount of editing you do, this is the question you're going to have to ask yourself. This program is designed to save you the one thing that you cannot replace, and that is time. There's always ways to make more money, but there's only 24 hours in a day. And if you're a YouTube streamer, that means that the limited amount of time you have to work on your videos might already be divided among other parts of life that you need to give time to, like your actual job or school. So anything that you can do that will give you more time to create content is something that will be valuable because it's not replaceable in any other way. I had to spend a lot of time finding a program that would do what I wanted, when I wanted, and it was easy to use. And when I finally did find that, I wanted to do this video so that I could release that for you. Because the amount of time that it saves and how important it is to have this function is something that every YouTube content creator needs. When I told the creator of this program that I was going to make this video, he said that he was going to release a special promotion code, and I'll put that on the screen right now. So if you go to this website and try to sign up, it'll ask you for the code. So put in Twitch17 to get that discount. So if you think this program will be useful for what you're doing, go to the website TimeBolt.io, buy the program, enter the code Twitch17. I'd invite you to take the time that you're going to save by automatically removing silence from your videos and use it to subscribe to this channel. I'd also invite you to check out episode 1 of Monster of the Week. If you're a fan of the TV show Supernatural or the show Harmon Quest, and you have had an interest in role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons and other interactive storytelling, this is the perfect fit. There's content released twice a week, 25 to 30-minute brand new episodes every week. The voice actors for this show are terrific. They're smart, they're funny, their improv is off the charts, and I guarantee you that if you start with episode 1, you're going to have a fun ride all the way through. Having said all that, I'm Tom Gumbercules, the Game Master. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you next time